irakari abantu.
Twabakira a Sky TV program Education and Patriotism izobere nizo baryo rwa mukaga kandi into discussing aha topic ya homosexuality. Nkokumbe nabagambire, this is a special edition. Of course I have students from various schools and we are discussing a very important topic. This topic has always been in the media. Of recent it was awash in the media about the issue of homosexuality. And we feel, of course, as schools and as Sky TV, it is our obligation to talk about this very issue. Tubase kujigambaho, tubase kwereka ensimulanga nti this is a very bad vice and we should fight it. Aza kujifightinga itu nka Sky TV tukulabira mu program eje Education and Patriotism. We are using students because when this vice comes, it goes to students, it goes to the whole school in general, and we cannot fight this habit, this dangerous vice minus going through the students. Now, in this special edition ne abarebita baronje numuza kutusasirizo bere ntusakubantu kozesa mnongo rungu wenshonga ntwine our guests here, they maybe some tubakumenya runyankore, so we need to use English tubase ku debating very well. And the other thing, as Sky TV, the only famous education show, Education and Patriotism, ekigenerwa chitu is ntuenda ku instilling the sense of confidence, the sense of belonging, you know, that self-esteem. Kujangu omwana yana debating ari nko studio nka at least abena na yikirezamu ekyo nchotkwenda tuteke ombana. So nkokuna inagambire nkokuna nabagambira aho enyuma aho homosexuality has become a very big issue. Tutukumanya, is it because of the laxity of the school administration? Is it because of the indiscipline of students? What is the problem? These guests of mine base kutugambira what they think their view is, but in the due course we are instilling the character of confidence, self-esteem and belief that these people can also build the nation tomorrow in different areas. And this is the role of media, more especially Sky TV, to build the nation in this kind of way. And ninyenda kukwachira guno murundi on the famous education show as Sky TV. Ntagamba homosexuality. Homosexuality is becoming a big issue. The problem is with the administration, the problem is with the students. Where lies the cause? And in this special edition, allow me to first introduce my guests to you, and then we move on as this is a different debate. So you will participate, those of you who are watching. I know schools are watching. The representatives here are having their parents, their friends, and their schools, their teachers watching, their students participating. And this is Sky TV. My name is Vincent Mujinya Wijwa, the moderator. So I'll begin with my immediate left here. Madam, please face the camera and introduce yourself to the viewers. Welcome to Sky TV.
Thank you, Mr. Modulator. By names of Nunez Aresti, Senior 6, the head girl, at the same time the student at Heritage Vocational Secondary School.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And next is...
Well, Mr. Moderator, for dear viewers. My name is Timsime Mark, the deputy head boy and a student of Global High School. I'm glad to be here.
Global High School, Mbarara. Thank you so much. Next.
Well, thank you, Mr. Moderator. As the incoming HG of Global High School, and I would like to introduce myself. My name's Faizonur, Form 3.
Incoming HG, so you are campaigning. We shall not have to campaign here. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Next.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
You stay with the microphone.
I'm Akapura Ivan from Heritage, and I serve as the Assistant Chairperson School Council and I'm Senior 4.
Thank you so much, dear viewers. I think you can see the vibrant and eloquent speakers of today that we have. We are going to discuss about homosexuality. Is it in schools due to the laxity of the administration, or the problem is within students? And these ladies and gentlemen are here to give us their opinion. And of course, they say ladies first. I'm going to begin with the head girl here. Head girl, the microphone is yours now. You have it. Please tell us, what is your view? Is homosexuality due to the laxity of the school administration, or it is because of other factors? And please go ahead and tell us, if there are other factors, what are those factors? If it is administration, tell us in which way and what do you think they should do?
Thank you, Mr. Modulator. The motion is homosexuality in schools is due to the laxity of administration. Well, I oppose this motion because of the following views. First and foremost, I understand homosexuality as the sexual attraction between people of the same sex, for example, man to man or woman to woman. And then laxity is like the carelessness or recklessness of something. The administration, these are the people that make decisions for the school. According to me, I oppose this because I believe homosexuality is not due to the administration, but some other factors, as I'm going to explain. First of all, to me, I believe homosexuality is due to the moral degeneration in students. What do I mean by this? Students have morally declined, whereby you find a student at home is badly behaved, because to me, I believe someone who is morally upright, you can't opt for that. You can't fall for someone of your same sex, or you can't love a boy if you're a boy, or you love a girl when you're a girl. I think due to that immorality in students is causing homosexuality. Then another point, I think homosexuality is due to poverty. What do I mean by this? Some of us students, we come to school when we don't have much money, as the fact that most of us, maybe the families where we come from, they are not wealthy, they are not rich. You find a student is poor at school, and as we all know that nowadays homosexuality is the quickest way to get a king's ransom. So here a student is forced or influenced to go for homosexuality in order to get money. As the saying in Lunyankoyo goes, Oboro Nihan. And I believe you come at school, you need to survive, you're poor, and someone tells you go and sleep with someone of your same sex just for 30 minutes, then you get like 3M or 8M. That can push a student to do so, not the administration. Another point, peer influence, whereby there is a saying that, tell me your friend, I tell you who they are. You work with someone who is doing homosexuality, or even in holidays you meet such people. So they influence you because they tell you the advantages in doing so, and then you influence, you end up doing so. Then another thing is the Western civilization. Here I mean, you know, we Africans have copied all the ways of the Western people, the whites, the way they dress, the way they talk, all that. And I know and I believe that homosexuality started from the whites. So since we have this tendency of copying whatever they do, actually we admire it and we like it. This is easy for the students to cope up such a habit, because homosexuality is legalized in some of the white countries, which gives a room for we students here in Uganda, for example, to copy up that same habit, and then we participate in it.
Okay, thank you so much. Meanwhile, you can pause at that. Dear viewers, this is Education and Patriotism, and you're on Sky TV. We are talking about homosexuality, and in this special edition, we have the students. The students are giving us their opinion. I hope the head teachers who are watching, you are taking their views, you are taking their opinions, because somewhere, somehow, they could be right. Is it the laxity of the administration? When these students come in that you admit, do you think they are clean, or some transport the habit to the school? Where is the problem? Is it because of the failure to follow the school rules and regulations? What is the problem? They are here to give us your views. And as Rest poses there, I want to hear from another gentleman. This is from Global High School. Gentleman, please remind the viewers your names, and again, go ahead and tell us, what do you think?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moderator. Once again, our president speaker. My name is Tumsime Mark, and I'm also opposing this motion, which says homosexuality in schools is a result of laxity of the school administration. Also, me as Tumsime Mark, I'm opposing this motion because I'm not blaming. I'm not seeing any fault the administration is doing for homosexuality to take place in schools.
The administration has no fault.
Yeah, has no fault, because of the following views. The first one is we have what we call generation gap. Here, we're in the current or the modern world. Everything we're changing no longer in the past generations. Where we found our parents, they had a different lifestyle, not like ours. Currently, we have what we call role models. You feel you ask someone who is your role model. Okay, yeah, my role model is this. Mr. Vincent is my role model, and he does. I want to be like him when I grow up. And when you follow up those role models, you find there are some things they do. You see, yes, they're doing some things that are not right, but you want to be like those people. So you also be I have to do this so that I can be I can come close to that person. So the administration won't be there to supervise you, or to know what is in your heart, to know what the people you like, the people you're following, the people whom you may start will help you to get there in the future. So the administration has no fault for homosexuality in schools. Another view is we are all over people, all of us with the head girl, Faiza and Ivan. We are youths, all of us here. We are teens, to say. Nowadays, there's something called fame, which is going beyond, it's going beyond us. Most youths outside there, they want to become famous. And as you know, most of us, we want to become famous, yes, but we're not working for it. So, as they say, Africans, we like the free things. I'm sure it's so, but that's a right thing. We like free things. And if someone wants to achieve something without going to work, without doing anything, so if you're that person I want to get money, I want to become known, I want to get more likes on Instagram, I want to get many followers. And you'll find you ask yourself, how can I get those more followers? How can I get more likes? How can I be known? How can I get close to the media without working, without getting money, without having cars, without without being wealthy? And we find currently in our modern world, in Uganda, those last months, the parliament has been debating of the LGBT things, whether to pass the law or not. And we're seeing in other countries they have already passed the law and it's allowed homosexuality around. But you find I want to become famous, and you find most people are famous right now. Yes, they are doing gayism, they are lesbians, and we also resort to that one. Let me do such a thing. Maybe I'll become famous like him without working, without breaking myself. And you can't tell me the administration will be with you everywhere. No, so I disagree with that. Another view is someone's nature. As you conclude that part. Yeah. Someone's nature. In science biology, there's what we call hormone imbalance. Where you feel a boy, he's a boy, he has everything for he's a man, everything for a boy he has, but there's something lacking. You feel for him, boys they like playing football. For him, in quotes, he likes Kwepena. You find boys are always they're in jazz with other boys. For him, is with girls. Okay, doing girlish things. So you find someone's nature is attracting or pulling that person to act in such a way, and when they keep acting in such a way, you feel that girlhood thing is in him or her, the boyhood thing is in her, and they end up practicing such things, to prove people. Because there are some people you find, he's a boy, but he's behaving like a girl. At the same time, in schools, people are stubborn. Of course, they will just start disturbing you, call you girl what. So you know that person, if that person wants to prove them. So in proving them, he ends up practicing homosexuality or lesbianism.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is Mark Tusime Mark Atoki, the proposer. Dear head teachers, what are you waiting for to make sure you associate with this program? The students are out there who are watching. Don't you think you can be like Mark? What about the parents? Can't you make your child participate in this program? Because this is the only famous education show on Sky TV brought to instill, to create, to inspire these students to be confident. They are our nation builders of tomorrow. And in this, we must give them the chance. And that is why you can only find that on Sky TV, the voice of the people. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Faiza Noor. She says she's the head girl, the incoming. She has gotten another golden opportunity. Let's hear from her. What do you have to say about homosexuality, Faiza?
Well, thank you, Mr. Moderator. I will introduce myself by saying my names once again. My name is Faiza Noor, as the moderator said, Form 3, the incoming age of Global High School. And I won't waste much of my time on talking about on the motion, since my fellow has already explained what it's all about. Homosexuality, in short, it's the sex attraction between people of the same gender. Like you find a man having sex with a fellow man and a woman having having sex with a fellow woman. So I actually blame the administrators for this being their fault, like homosexuality to take place in school. If you look from now based on the internet, like if you guys look at the TikToks, I think right now in this generation everyone has a smartphone and everyone knows what is taking place in the world through accessing some of the applications like TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat and Instagram and other more. So if you have been watching on TikTok lately these days, there was, I don't know if you know Muna, and the husband, I think they went to abroad, like they were not too far, they were just here in Dubai. They spent some time in Dubai, and after spending some time, they were taken abroad urgently, like without us knowing like what was taking place. And when they went so early like that, they came back to Uganda. She came back, we first saw some videos for her and some other woman in a club, and you would find Muna on the other woman, like the things they're doing, it was actually, you couldn't say that she's married to a man. So me, I blame like she was changed from there. So when she came into Uganda, she was a representative, she was like an agent. She even got some more girls in Uganda when she came back. And even she has some more other friends, though I don't remember the names. She had some more other friends. So in schools, imagine some people came, like some organizations, like the way they come and give books to the administrations, some materials for the schools to use. There, I come by giving you books, but then I come with my pure intention, like it's the hidden intention of mine, is to get like one person who is a girl, so that she can go and convince her fellow girls to play. Yet, for me, I just came with the intention of giving you books. You welcome me. I make the assembly. I give out the books. And then I get that one person, even though she or he is a day scholar, I just get them on the way. And I'm like, aren't you like, isn't the school fees maybe hard for you? Are you able to get the materials? And once the person says like, maybe, you see Uganda is a poor country, I like to see poverty, okay, it's in a high number. And once someone is giving you something, you just accept no matter which way you're going. So you find like the person says, okay, what is that thing that I can do so that you can pay for my fees? And when you introduce me to that, actually, if I'm someone that likes studying, I will say, yes, I will have to do. I have to go to school and I go to my closest friends and I'm like, hey, guys, are you seeing this thing that is taking place? What if they pay for our fees? What if we get money for shopping? Girls, we like makeup, we like so many things. We like, what if we get that and that? Those luxury things. Won't we like succeed and the person is like, we'll get money in that, sure deal, yeah. And we go for that. So I blame the administration because they're like parents. I think they can detect the immorality that children have. You can't tell me that a teacher can't detect. A teacher is a mother, at the same time is a father at a certain home. He can detect when he sees a certain child maybe behaving like they can have guiding and counseling. I blame even some schools, they lack regular patrolling in the school. If they would do that, they wouldn't have got that problem, but none of them is doing that. Someone said that, my fellow here said that we can't blame the administration. Well, we blame. What if the child of the director or the deputy head teacher or the HM is the one who is a gay? Can I come in the assembly and I point out that my child is a gay? No, of course I will have to hide. I will have to cover for my child.
As you conclude, because your minutes are almost getting finished.
Last point, we have, I would say, bribery. Some organizations come, or like some parents whose children have been bullied in other schools. I come and I say, director, what if I give you 3M and you allow my child to, like, you cover for him, he's in this school, let him be in this school, I will give you that amount of money and I would like my child to take part in that. So those were the little explanation I can give about homosexuality. Thank you.
As we come back, thank you so much, Faiza. I hope the viewers are following. This is a very interesting debate. This is from the horse's mouth, the administration watching, the head teachers, the parents. I think you can see this. I'm not going to repeat their points, but they are saying it all. And if you are out there watching and maybe you are wondering what could be the problem, of course they say if you want to know the road ahead, ask those who are coming back. If you want to find out what is in students, ask the students themselves. So the administration watching, I think you can see somewhere where you could go wrong, and maybe we are also seeing where you should not be blamed. This is what the students are saying. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the next speaker, and that is Akampurira Ivan. Ivan, the microphone is yours. Tell us about homosexuality. Who is to blame?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Moderator. I'm Akampura Ivan from Heritage, and I serve as the Assistant School Council Chairperson. And then my point is the administration is the one to be blamed. And I would begin with saying that the administration is always bribed by these people because, you know, they have a lot of money. Now, when these people bribe the administrations, of course, the administrators won't come in schools to give us the dangers and the bad sides of homosexuality. We shall stay in cover, and they will eat money, and then we shall get exploited by these people. And then my second point is about the things they refuse us to do in schools. Because if you tell me that you punish someone for coupling with a fellow girl, what do you want him to do? So you want them to go for fellow boys?
So they should allow coupling?
No, they shouldn't allow coupling.
Yes.
But then they should not punish for it. Because if you punish me, you're telling me leave a girl and go for a boy. You see? So, and another point.
I hope because we are going to have time to interject, to oppose, to propose, to disappoint, to disagree. So you can be noting down some of these views, or I hope you've been noting down, because I'm going to give you time to interact. You can continue.
And you know, there is a saying in Unyankole that says ebintu bishitana. You see, because echibi chokubo ino mushiti chango munonga ke chokubo ino mojo.
But should you have a girl when you're still studying?
You shouldn't have a girl. But then if I have, you can cancel me.
So you relate as students?
Yeah, as students. Not to be with her.
Continue.
But instead of punishing me, chasing me out of school, like because of being with a girl. So that means if I'm with a boy, then you will leave me. Then another point is about like the things we watch at school. You know, these films they bring at school, these administrators don't come to see what are we watching. they will go in the office and send the TVs in the main halls, and then we are watching. You will find we are watching a high school movie, and there is a guy, he's a big guy at school, but then he's a gay. And then us young students are watching that. The administrators are not coming to see what are we watching and what is it about. We shall find us watching that movie, and some of us will get addicted and will say that to be big at school is if you're a gay or a lesbian, and if these people come and give us important things to watch like news, we see what's going around outside, instead of watching these movies that will bring us to these problems. And then another point is about the sponsors that come at school. We don't know their intentions. Someone will come, give us books to put in the library, and we don't know the content that is in the books, or even if the administrators know, because they are already bribed, they won't say anything about it. Because there are some schools where I watched on TikTok that they brought books which were teaching a boy to behave like a girl, and the stories that were in the book were like you see Romeo and Juliet, and the other book had stories like John and James, and they were in love. And these books are put in our libraries. These administrators are not checking, they're not removing them. They think that this is a minor issue, they don't mind about it. And then there's this issue where
as you conclude your first part.
Yeah. And then lastly, I will say this issue where you find the administrators are underlooking issues. They will say, no, gayism is in America or is in Kampala. It's not in Imbara, you see. But
it is in Kampala.
No, they will say it is in America, it is in Europe. It's not our issue. As we were saying in those days of COVID-19, this disease was in 2019, December. That's when I started seeing it, and I was telling some people that there's a disease in China, and then I remember my mom said, why do you mind about China when we are in Uganda? You see? And then you will tell an administrator, and he or she will ask you, what are you minding about? The problem which is in America when we are in Uganda. You see? So this disease will come, enter Heritage or enter any other school when they still think it's far. So they don't mind about it. They don't counsel us about it. When it comes to a person who doesn't know the bad things about it, we only see the good things, of course. We see the money, we see the things you receive from it, you see the friends in it, but we don't know the bad thing, because these people are not seeing it as a big issue. They're not seeing it to be bad, they're seeing it to be very far from us. So I blame the administration.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Dear viewers, I hope you are hearing, you're following what is happening. Homosexuality is a very bad vice. Of course, it affects me, it affects you. So we must all fight it together in a combined effort. Natasha, Elena, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Sky TV Education and Patriotism. We love you so much, and please keep watching. And those of you who are watching us from different areas, please, you can participate by sending your messages. You can go on your screen. There are those telephone contacts. You can send your messages. I am going to read them. And those who are watching, you can send your messages either on my phone or everywhere, on whatever platform. I'm going to read them. This is Education and Patriotism on Sky TV, and we are having a special edition of students. And these students I have Munezero Reste, I have Pfizer, I have Akampurira Ivan, and Tumsime Maka Toki. We are here discussing discussing the homosexuality? Is it the laxity of the administration? These students are saying, from what I can capture from their debate, that the literature in schools, you schools allow these people to come, the strange people, the people you don't know where they come from, and they come and say, we are sponsored, we are donating for you books. You don't know what is in these books, and you just accept them. These are the books that are put in the library. You don't know what next. You don't know what these students are reading, and the literature in that. And the African culture, reading is very poor. And when these books come in, the students will try to read them. We said the reading culture is bad, but when it comes to these students in the library, they are able to read whatever they see, and you cannot know whether they are comprehending it or not. So it's time you limit that. Then the poverty. This unnecessary sponsorship. Some speaker said unnecessary sponsorship. Somebody comes and say, you girl, you are poor, I want to donate you money and pay your school fees. You are paying it as who? The administration is just watching. You don't mind to know the whereabouts of this person, and you are just there watching, and the person comes in and takes over the children to begin sponsoring. That is not good. The gullibility of the administration. The administration is come and fooled, and these people say, we are going to donate for you the books, we are going to pay school fees for these students, and because the issue of money is something else, you accept these sponsorships. That is not good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going now to open the debate for criticism. You can disagree, you can agree. Let me, so you can raise your issue if you have it. We have the two sides here, dear viewers who are watching. We have those who are saying, no, homosexuality is not in schools because of the laxity of the administration, but rather other factors. So we should not blame the administration. But we have those who are saying we should blame the administration. They are to blame. They should stop this habit. What do you think? Faiza, you have a point?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give two solutions to the administration so that...
But no, before we go to solutions, do you have any subtraction, any addition, or any information from the speakers who spoke?
Yes.
Who has first? As Pfizer prepares. Yes.
Well, thank you, moderator. I would like to educate Mr. Ivan, African speaker. You talked about punishments, like at school they get you coupling.
Punishing couples.
Like at school they get you coupling. After someone finally engaging in coupling, they punish you. And inside, like when they punish you, it's like they're telling you to go and do like practice homosexuality. Like I think, like those days when we were still young, our parents used to punish us. Like you find they have stolen sugar, or like you have done something wrong, and a parent punishes you, pinches you, slaps you, something like that. I know I'm not a Myanmar, but there's a saying which I normally hear people saying, like say
it in Utoro.
Like let me say it in Myanmar. Like akatekache kinwa kachiri kabisi. Akatkinwa kachiri kabisi. So when they punish you so that they are pushing you to do something, I think when they are punishing you, it's like they're opening your eyes now. Like they're trying to show you that the thing you're doing is wrong. Like for example,
can you give him time to respond? Do you have any response about that?
Like for example at school, they will punish you for, like they're not punishing you, but you may find they have given you like 2 strokes because of poor performance. Like they will not over punish you, but they will find someone has given you like 2 kinds, because of your performed poorly in math, chemistry. And I'm very sure next time when you go into the paper, you'll have revised enough, like this time let me perform well.
Okay, thank you so much. Give him, do you have any response about that?
Yeah. This is not about stealing sugar. This is not about, it's not about stealing sugar when we are stealing.
So you're saying you rather couple, but not instead of stealing sugar?
No, because he's saying when we were still young, but at this time we are teens. We don't steal sugar. And then you're talking about 2 strokes for chemistry and math. This is not chemistry and math. This is future. This is generation. Because for chemistry and math, I can find a solution for myself. But then for this thing, the only
homosexuality.
Yeah, the only solution for it is death. You see.
The danger of it.
Yeah, the danger of it is death. But then the danger of failure is even simple.
You can find other means of escape route.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can find an escape route, but then the issue for chemistry and what is too light. It's a very light thing.
Okay. Do you have, Edgar, you have any point?
Yes, sir.
Please raise it.
I think, Ivan, you're not well informed about what's happening. Do you know that some schools, they don't punish students for coupling? For example, like in single schools, you won't get any case for coupling, but still homosexuality is taking place. And then you talked about watching. I'm quite sure that in schools, those schools that are responsible, each and every movie that students are going to watch, at least the administration has an idea about it. So you want to tell me the administration will get a movie full of pornography and then bring it to the students to watch? I can assure you, of recent some students were arrested because of being homos. So you want to tell me that school, they were watching only pornography?
Oh, answer.
We should not crucify Ivan. Maybe she wants to defend
let
him.
me answer.
Since they fall on the same side.
Defend.
Pfizer?
I would like to defend my colleague Ivan. Like our head girl, Madam Head Girl said that they should do, that administration has an idea of the movies they brought in school. Well,
or whatever happens in school, she's trying to say they have the idea.
They have the idea, but everything comes in step by step. You find in the movie is not throughout, is not pornography, but then there is the part. The movie might be well at the start, but then there is in the middle where the things come in. That will they won't say that they will come, they will stand there and they see the movie the way it starts and they say, yeah, the movie is good, and they leave. But do they know the whole movie, like the way it's taking place, or what is in the movie? Because those things they can't start with the movies. They're always in the middle as the things go on, and then the children watch. And then there is another point of the guiding of the coupling. I think a parent, instead of a parent seeing her daughter sleeping with another daughter, she would prefer her daughter being dated by a fellow boy. Imagine your daughter coming to you and she's saying that, Mom, me, I cannot have any feelings for a boy. I mean for a girl. For a boy, I only have feelings for a girl. At least the parent would prefer her daughter to have feelings for a boy than having for a fellow girl.
Thank you so much.
In addition to that,
as we go for a break.
In addition to that, the head girl said some schools. So
of course, not all schools.
Not all schools. But then, what of the other schools? No, these some. Don't you see that that issue of watching is dangerous to those other schools where administrators don't go for checking, don't go to see what are our students watching, what's wrong with the movies, you see, and even bringing us the news. Let us watch news. We have been
news on Sky TV.
Yeah, we have been hearing these issues that some MP were stealing ashes, but we just heard rumors. We didn't even see anything. But there are some students who want to be informed instead of watching these movies, which will destroy their minds.
Mark, you have something to say?
Like again, I wanted to educate Ivan. Like those examples I was giving you like of stealing sugar, chemistry and math. The things like I was giving you those examples, like they normally punish us for those things to open our eyes. Like if for example in the school, remember yesterday we had the counselor down there, and she told us some of the things about coupling. She told us like this, they will punish you, but in punishing you, say like, please you wait. Don't get you to coupling at school. And of course, as we have school rules and regulations. You find like coupling is not allowed in school. Pairing of boys and girls at the same time is not allowed. It's a mixed school. So the thing was like, if they punish you, then ask yourself, why have they punished me? I still have time for coupling. I'll couple when I'm mature enough. You get? Since we're in school, let all of us, let us prepare arrange our minds and focus on studying, reading, and we pass. Coupling things will come later. So That's what I was trying to mean.
Thank you so much, dear viewers. We've got to go for a short break, but those of you who are watching, you can participate. I know schools are watching, especially where my guests are coming from. They are watching. You can send the messages. You can go through our numbers 0709 89 61 31 or 0789 65 52 55. You can send the messages. I'll read them here, and I hope you are participating. And next time, I believe you're the one to be here. Those of you students who are watching, we know you are enjoying your friends' conversation. Let's go for a short break. Don't go away. Keep it Sky TV, Education and Patriotism.
Sky TV, irakari abantu.
turebere enshonga za rukundo aha rubaju rw'omwami n'omukyara boyfriend na girlfriend narishi abantu bingi abari okwe habiremu obutikirizana habamu n'obutabanguka omu maka turebere ngu ebi nibireetwamu obuteesigana okushanga otinevunanizibwa aha mukundwa wawe too much expectations kandi na lack of respect for your partner ebyo nabishanje aha Sky Television omu programu nyamurungi eya Love Drive erabereho buri Rwakana na Sunday shayina n'ecweka paka shayitano n'ecweka ez'omukiro sakwa ntukusiyaho amabara g'abantu harimu enshonga zitari zimwe na zimwe tukusiyaho n'obuhabuzi kuruga abantu abari okwe nanyo omuheereza wa Olivia Kamusime tushanje aha Makarista Road hihi na Kabaterine Primary School narishi aha social media platforms zona Sky TV UG Official. Sky TV irakari abantu.
Otaferwa programu y'omukozi buli Rwakana shaisha tunechweka kuhika inane chweka z'omukiro.
Nanye omuheereza wawe agaba $10 abakozi abarukora emirimo yabo emirimo y'emukono ntija kuba ntubakuretera aha Sky TV obase kubegeraho iwe omunyeto ryokwe toyine murumo ninga shitoru kukora no basa kwegera abakozi aba obase kugira ekiwayitandikiraho na nitwe aha Sky TV irakari abantu.
Buli Rwakabiri shaishatu n'ecweka kuhika inane chweka z'omukiro otaferwa program omuhingi n'omulisa aha Sky TV.
Kwega abahingi okega abakugu nangwa tukakopa nari abo bantu ababasize kuraba omu business age bari kutwegesa kimwe bibiri bishatu okutwakubasa kutunga entasya omu byobuhingi n'obulisa obwe turi kurabira omu mataka gitu make rero tyo tukabasa kutunga entasya nyamurungi obwe program age neza kubone kukibuho nyowe kanwa kagamba Edmond principal farmer omuhingi atarukwata mu itaka.
Program Party Time aha Sky TV na nyamwereza wawe ainenina buri Sunday kuyashaha mushanju kwisashaha 10 zo mwabazio ejiniyo program yaraberebera birungi byonka emikoro mirungi decoration sensia gown sensia makeup sensia byona noza kwa bushanga aha Sky TV neshanga Makarista Road omurembo orwambara aha henyine no kubasa kutungira iwo kwenda kureta emikoro yawe kwenda kureta byona no basa kubitereza ntubyoreka aha Sky TV shanje aha all media platforms Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok byona no banochanga tamu Sky TV UG Official no banotunga je buterevu aha aho shitame henyini nanyo muhereza wawe ainenina omushiki wanyu.
baby. Bust it up, bust it. I put diamonds on your wrist. Hey, I'm coming in and I'm not denying.
Make a way for me. Lunchtime request show aha Sky TV okurugoro kubanza
Shawa gatano
shaha munana
shayi kumizo mwabaza no twanta omudi atamushana
akushaba kesho ngoro
shaho birthdays no manya oryoko to kumanya muntu wamane wo celebrating na birthday
twinemu obutumwa bwingi aho surprise calls ziri no basa kohereza obutumwa mama wawe tata wawe omwana wawe nenga shi boyfriend wawe nenga shi ex wawe
kuruga shaha munana shayi kumizo mwabaza
hanuya
aha Sky TV
iraka ry'abantu is the boy king
Kadena Cubs baby
bam 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 bam
Sky TV iraka ry'abantu.
Good. You are most welcome again on this segment and the last segment. I have very important speakers here, different guests, representatives from different schools, and they are talking about homosexuality in schools. We need to seek their opinion, and we are hearing from them. This is Sky TV Education and Patriotism, the only famous education show in Uganda. So, as we conclude, ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with you, Edgar. What is your last part of this issue? Your conclusion over this?
Thank you, Mr. Modulator. As I conclude my part, I still oppose that homosexuality is due to the laxity of administration. Because, first of all, homosexuality is caused by love for adventure. You know, students like finding out what they don't know, and so someone is like, let me try out this, I see how it is. Then addiction. Some people are addicted to sex. You find someone cannot live without having sex. Then social media, even the sponsorship, the sponsors we get from home that they want to pay for us, you never know what they are involving us in.
So what do you think can be done?
To me, I think homosexuality can be put to an end in schools by counseling students. I believe counseling does it better because if you counsel them and you tell them the dangers, I think students will change. Then they should also set some rehabilitation centers for homos because, as we know, those drug addicts and alcoholic people go to rehabs, then they facilitate them and they manage to overcome that addiction.
And in conclusion?
In conclusion, I request administration to work hand in hand with parents to counsel and provide these centers for the students so that they can overcome homosexuality.
Thank you so much, Mnezero Reste, the head girl of Heritage. And let me hear from Ivan.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Moderator. My conclusion is, I had other few points to put across, like the administration being too tough to the students. Because if this administration would be friendly, I will get, okay, like I will be able to talk to the teacher that this person and this person, they are bad people in this, the gays, the lesbians, but if the administrators are tough, how can I come to a person whom I will come in front and he says, what do you want from me? You want me to expel you? Like, you find the administration is tough.
And finally, because of time, what do you suggest can be done to eliminate this vice in schools?
To eliminate this vice, I think the administration should come more near to the students and associate with them more than this. And then even regulate the time for leisure. If the students are in school to study, let them study. Not finding in weekend you have 2 days, free 2 days. Like let the weekend be cut, that freedom in weekend, at least the Saturday, let it be for studying the whole of it.
Thank you so much. Because of time. Faiza, your conclusion?
My conclusion? Before I go to my conclusion, I think I will first thank the cameraman and how Sky TV.
Yes.
sorry, yeah, Sky TV for this beautiful representation and the invitation you gave us. I really thank you. And then I got my conclusion, and I conclude by mentioning some of the ways that the administration can fight these fights. I think the administration should at least tell the parents to come and hand in the school fees by themselves. Since that, like when students are sent for fees, they go to some people to sponsor them and get. But I think they should at least tell the parents to come the school fees with themselves, or they take the number of the administration or the bank accounts the school have and they deposit the money there, rather than giving the time and the responsibility that children can't carry. And secondly,
and the last,
I think they should wake up. They shouldn't take this as a light thing. This is a heavy thing. It has started and it is now even becoming publicly. It's even trying to take place in public places while taking things normal, yet things are not normal. We should have an eye on our children and giving guidance and counseling to our brothers and sisters. Yeah, I conclude by saying
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. My last view is our parents, please. Our dear parents outside there. Let us work in hand with the administration. Like there's this what we call the Parents Association, PTA. Like I think this unit between teachers and parents, it is for like how can it, like easing work between them. Like if the child is not around, the parent is around. So please, our dear parents, our mothers, our fathers who are outside there, not only in secondary schools but in primary school also, let us talk to our children. Let us give them enough time. You know that some parents, I know it's in a modern generation, parents have to work and get money. But please, parents, let us spare time and talk to our children. Please, administration, let us talk to our students.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Faiza Noah, from Global High School. Thank you, Mnezero Reste from Heritage. Thank you, Tumsime Atwoki, Tumsime Mark Atwoki from Global, and Kampulira Ivan from Heritage, and the head girl, Mnezero Reste. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming to Sky TV Education and Patriotism. Please, even when you go home, watch this show. It is good for you. For now, let us go for a short break as I usher in another group. Dear viewers, don't go. We still have a lot for you in the next segment of the program. My name is Vincent Mujinya Bujuka.
Sky TV, irakari abantu.
Noyenda kuchinga enzu yawe ayinenye jina furemu zazo
Umunya-Uganda reka nkwanzura bamagezi super furniture abarukushanga umutawune ya rushere abantu bobonka abakuretire ibintu birungi kandi bikine no mutindo gwensi yona binentebe za sofa sets omusize no mbikabyona ebitando omusize zona no mbikabyona bina mashuka blankets bed covers obutimba bwensiri pillows dressing mirrors
bayije kandi bakugirira imfaratse y'umutindo umbikabyona za kabada umbikabyona bakwinire za curtain rods ningi byo mu byokanika za curtain carpets umbikabyona kandi owizo mutindo counters ezo mu office cushions zo mu ntebe ezo mutindo mununga enyigi na nimyango yazo dining tables ezo mutindo bakugirira coffee sets ezo mutindo mununga emeze zo munju kandi bagarika bakugirira na wardrobes sideboards ezaman mununga kandi zo mutindo na nebindi nyamwingi kandi wagura ibintu byawe umba amagezi super furniture babikutwara kandi babikutira umunju yawe eyengengeta abanyarusheri mbashanje opposite na Yugaford kandi bayina na branch ndijo around about opposite na Ibosako abayibanda bashanje ha Jubilee Street hehi no muzigiti
kwenda kumanya biri kukiraho tere nambezi 0 5 mukaga chenda nemwe chenda ningashi 0 5 abiri na mushanju 0 chenana
Majezi super furniture niyo answer
Konga shunze kanibo kirakweshongora dotera yo kamu
Ichenda ngonywe kabiriti Ichenda ngonywe kabiriti Wamara kunywa kabiriti nuhurira waba kurungi amagara gona waba kabiriti Ichenda ngonywe kabiriti Wamara kunywa kabiriti nuhurira waba kurungi amagara gona waba
Ultimate Energy Drink ora kacunchumuro kanywe karakumaririho kandi karanywebwa buri muntu wena abarenda kushubura kariyo maduka no ma supermarkets gono mwihanga eresime yazira umushanje umushanje 5 9 9 2 5. Erajigwa ba UNPS ni kukogwa ba Bosi Clinics and Telecare Massage Services wari kwenda kushubura geresime ya 082 0 kinana na mukaga ashatu ni 5 nange ya 0 kinana na mukaga ashatu ni 5 nwo munugura gukutamise bindi byona.
Sky TV irakari abantu.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of this program, Education and Patriotism. Again, I have a new group in the studios, and I'll take this initiative to introduce to you the group. And we are still talking about homosexuality in schools. Is it the lax of the administration? Is it the other factors, including the indiscipline of the students? What could be the problem? And like we say, if you want to ask to send a thief, you catch a thief. If you want to catch a thief, you send a thief. If you want to know the road ahead, ask those who are coming back. Once again, I have students here. Homosexuality has penetrated into schools, and this is a very big problem. How can we fight it? You cannot fight it minus engaging the students. So students are here to give us their opinions. And on my immediate left, I have this gentleman called Tembo Mathias. Tembo Mathias is a student of, he's going to tell us his name and the school. And then we'll continue. Briefly, Tembo, tell us your name and your school.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moderator. My name is Tembo Mathias from Global High School, and I work as the Dome Captain O-Level.
Dome Father.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Next.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. My name is Akankwasa Precious, Global High School Mbala, Deputy Head Girl.
Deputy Head Girl, thank you. Remain with the microphone. Yes, next.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Is the microphone on? Check.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. My name is Tumhaira Babra, as Assistant at G Heritage Vocational School, and I'm in Senior 4.
Thank you. Thank you. Next.
Thank you so much, the moderator, for today. Good evening, good afternoon, actually, the viewers of Sky TV. My name is Kukunda Karona. I'm in Senior 5, a student at Heritage Vocational Secondary School.
Thank you so much. So without wasting much of our time, each one is going to get at least 3 minutes for this first session. Then you say out your views about homosexuality. And of course, I'm not going to deviate from the famous adage, ladies first. I'll begin with ladies. And Rona, you're the one with the microphone. Tell us, who is to blame about the homosexuality in schools?
Thank you so much, our host, for tonight.
For today?
For today, actually. It's all considered in the same thing.
Okay.
if we are to talk about homosexuality, this is a very vital thing that has actually risen up in our schools, and it's really affecting actually very many of us. And we being called as a students students actually to come into this show to talk about it is such a great opportunity. First of all, the administration is not to be blamed for all this homosexuality or rampant rise of homosexuality, but it's rather the students that should be blamed, because it is a personal decision, not an administrative decision. You make the decision in person, and you know, put yourself into the action as a person, and no one influences you. But majorly, there are different causes that come into the picture and influence you to come into the action of homosexuality. Number one, we talk about poverty. The Banyankole, when we talk about things that are too much of a tragedy, we say erinihano. Homosexuality has become a very big tragedy in society and all around, and poverty is one of the things that has really influenced it. People come from different families that have different economic backgrounds, and you find a person cannot even afford their needs, and they opt to homosexuality because quick money is better than working for, you know, months. And you know, you work for a month, you earn only 150, 120, and it's not even enough to sustain you through all the struggles you're going through. So people opt for that shortcut of earning 5 million just in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 5 million. That's a great earning that can really support you. Our host of today, you can even bear me witness, 5 million in the economy of Uganda is a lot of money to sustain. And when we add on the materialism of students into the picture is another cause of homosexuality. For us, you know, the teams where these other people that are more into, you know, delivering ourselves to the society so that they can see us. You know, we want to have all those materialistic things so that we can fit in society. And you find a person is coming from a family actually that cannot afford whatever they want, you know, and you find she wants to have all the trending clothes, the Gucci, Balenciaga, Prada, everything, but they cannot actually, she cannot or he cannot afford buying all that. And you know, you come from this family where your parent is like, Mwana wanchi, twarogo mtwaro, you know, let it sustain you, please. You know, the economy is hard. And then how will you tell me such a parent will actually give you the money to sustain all your needs? So that means you will opt for a shortcut so that you can earn that kind of money, so that you can, you know, buy the things that you need. Go on trend. You know, iPhone holders, when it comes to the case of iPhones, we the teens, we are really influenced by iPhones.
As you wrap up.
As I wrap up, indeed, we are really influenced by iPhones. You know, when you're holding an iPhone, it's the way you want to show everybody that you have that iPhone. You see, you look at me, you know, you feel me and everything. And because you can't afford an iPhone, you must get that shortcut. 30 minutes, get your 5M, buy that iPhone, occupy space, show people you can afford it, show people you have it. And yet, you know that in the background you're coming from, you can't really have it. And materialism and poverty, those are my key points on the causes of homosexuality.
Thank you so much, dear viewers. I know schools are watching, the head teachers, directors, teachers, students. You can send messages and you tell us maybe for who is the best, who is the best debater. You are the judge, and for us, our work is to bring to you these people and their views. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now come back to my immediate left, and that is Tembo. Tembo, tell us.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moderator, again. My name is Tembo Matthias from Global High School, Senior 4, the Dom Father, as Mr. Moderator said. So according to me, homosexuality, as it has been so vital in Uganda, it is the serious issue that is being discussed about now. So according to me, homosexuality is the sexual intercourse between members of the same sex, let's say male and male, then female and female. So according to me, I say homosexuality is mainly caused by the laxity of the administrators. So first of all, some administrators, they are the cause of this because they don't move around school to see what is immediately taking place in school. So you'll find that there are these boys, for them, they are so they like homosexuality so much. They will be in certain dark corners trying to practice homosexuality. And since these administrators, they are not moving around, you'll find that they will not know that homosexuality is in their school. So maybe another point is that some of these administrators of ours here, when you report a case that is concerning about homosexuality, they give it a blind eye. For example, you may find there is someone who is a newcomer, he came in school, and he's trying to convince you to practice homosexuality. And you find you are reporting to the administrators that so and so is convincing me to practice homosexuality. And of course, administrators, they don't want to take immediate effect, and they are giving you a blind eye. So maybe the other point of mine is about that some of them, they take it as a way of civilization, because some they take as if Europeans they are their role models. You find someone saying, because so and so is my role model and is practicing homosexuality. So if it takes place in school, it's okay. Maybe another thing can also be like they don't give prior information to the students. For example, you find the students are not informed about the dangers of homosexuality. They don't know that homosexuality can lead to this and this and this, and which is supposed to be work of the administrators, not work of any other person. Administrators are supposed to inform us as the students and tell us that this is the problem if you have this. Because me, I would see it as if it is also part of life for me to practice homosexuality.
As you conclude this part.
Okay, thank you. In my conclusion, I can try to say that even some administrators, they finish most of their times in offices. You find someone is confining himself in the office. He is not even minding about what is taking place in the school. He's seated there. Some of them are always sleeping in offices. You find you're knocking the office, the man is asleep, and he cannot try to talk about your issues if you are reporting about homosexuality. Thank you so much, Mr. Director.
The moderator.
Yeah, Mr. Moderator.
Oh, my name is Vincent. You can call me Vincent, whichever name, moderator or Vincent. And let me now go direct. Dear viewers, I hope this is a hot debate. You see, they are revealing what you may not know. If you have been reluctant, your laxity is now another missing link that you should sort out. Here they are, and you've heard. If you're following, please, you can participate. Has your school participated? What are you waiting for? This is Education and Patriotism, and my name is Vincent Mujinya. Let me now go to Precious. Precious, what do you have to say about homosexuality? Who is to blame?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. According to me, I think the school should be blamed.
The school administrators?
Yes, they should be blamed due to the following views. Sometimes.
Meanwhile, those of you who are listening, you can note down some few issues in case you want to interject, but later. Yes, continue.
Thank you, sir. The reason why I'm saying that the administration should be blamed is that sometimes those people, the administrators, are not always in the school, mostly in the evening hours. When the lessons are done, they all go out of the school. The lessons are done. You find that they're coming to supervise prep time. After prep time, they even go out in their hostels. They fail to move, to mobilize, to know what is taking place around the school. I think long time ago, by the time when I was in senior one, I used to hear that in schools they do bed checking. You get? But nowadays, I think it is no longer there, or it is collapsing, which is increasing homosexuality in schools. And another point is that they give permissiveness. The administration.
They encourage.
Yes, permissiveness. You go there today, you are given permission. You go next time, permission. Next time, permission. They don't know where you're going. Sometimes some schools they even don't inform parents. They just give you, excuse me, sir, I'm going home. You're given the what? The permission. But they don't know where you're going. Even they don't know what you will bring inside the school. They even don't check when you're coming back. Some schools. And if you don't check, what if I come with something which I will give someone and is going to be involved in the thing that I am in, which can affect a fellow student? I think the administration should be more serious about that, whereby those students who go home in the middle of the term, when they are entering, they check them and they get to know what they have come with. And another point is
as you wrap up the first first segment,
that the admission, the administration, they admit students whom they don't know where they're coming from. They don't come with parents, but they are given what? They are given the fact that they are allowed to join the school and study. Yet they don't know where they're coming from. Sometimes they don't know where they're getting that school fees that they are paying, but for them they are after getting money as long as you've cleared the school fees. But I think when I come to school with a parent, you can be able to know where I come from, even the numbers I put in the book. You can be able to know that the parent is the one who has brought to this, and I think you can be able to recognize where I'm coming from. But if I just come from nowhere, you allow me to be in the school, you tell me this, I clear it, you don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe I've come with an intention to do that, which can cause homosexuality in
Thank
schools.
you so much, Kankwasa Precious. She's a deputy head guard, and I think she fits to be in that position. Thank you so much. Let me hear from Barbara.
Thank you, our dear moderator, for today. As the motion of today says that homosexuality in schools is as a result of laxity of the school administration. I dare accept this one because of the following views. There is religious degeneration. What do I mean here? We as students, we don't mind about the things of praying. How to go to church and pray. Even our teachers, they don't
encourage you.
Yeah, they don't encourage us to do what? To go and pray. And due to this thing, we as students who don't mind to go to pray, it makes us, and they do emphasize this homosexuality. You are not supposed to go and sleep with a fellow girl or a fellow man, because it looks bad even in front of God. Secondly, there is impatience. What do I mean here? Impatience, it is where someone can't be patient to wait for something when it will happen. If they have promised you that they will give you money today or next week, but you see as if they are like 2 years, you can't be patient for that money. It will force you to go for that quick money where you will sleep with a fellow girl, and you will pick like your one aim to do what? To engage in that thing.
As a conclude.
And lack of control, self-control. Someone has come and convinced you that, you know what, there is a deal I have for you, and you're like, which deal? Even sometimes you don't bother, because he has told you about something concerning with money, because you want to get quick money. You don't want to wait for someone who has promised you. That's causes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Babula, and dear viewers. Maybe to give you a recap of what these students are saying, they're saying the administration is reluctant. Tembo was saying, you are an administrator. You are always in office. You don't bother moving around the school compound to find out what is happening and what these students are saying. That is very bad. And another speaker, that is Precious, was like the laxity of the school administration. You give these children, especially girls, permission. Today you give permission, the other day you give permission. You are not even in touch with the parents, and the girl comes and says, please, permission, I'm sick. You don't find out whether this girl is sick, whether this boy is also having a problem. You just give permission. That you are encouraging what she has called permissiveness, and that is very bad. I'm so glad that these views and ideas can come from students, and I hope if you are an administrator out there watching, then this is a wake-up call for these students, and this is education and patriotism. My name is Vincent Mujinya. These students are also saying that some fellow students are impatient. I know where they are coming from. The students are watching. And you students who are watching us here on Sky TV, we are saying, if the parent says, hold on, be patient. The more you go on pressure, this is a very big challenge. You need to be patient. But even in life, are you a woman married? If your husband tells you, I don't have money, are you going to kill yourself? Are you looking for another man? You have to be patient until the problem is solved. They talked about the issue of poor supervision. Head teachers and directors, through this education and patriotism on Sky TV, we call upon you to strengthen supervision of whatever is happening in school. When these children are left to be, you know, free, especially after classes, then you know there is something going on. And we are going to go for a short break. But before we go for a short break, do we have any reaction from what the parents are saying, from what the other fellow speakers are saying? Raise it up before we go for a short break.
To my colleague Precious,
yes,
she talked about the school not making a background check on the students they admit. But one of the roles of schools in Uganda is to provide education. The moment we put any segregative tongue in education, that's not being equal. But the school admits students and makes sure they are provided the education they deserve and they have paid for. But homosexuality comes in as a personal decision of a person, not because of the school has admitted that student into the school. Actually, that person who is admitted will be the one to use their tongue to influence others, and not the the administration's, you know.
Precious, capacity. You have something to say about it?
What I can say about that, maybe my friend Lona, you're not getting me well. I'm meaning whereby I can come from nowhere. I come into your school like Heritage where you're coming from. I go in the office, I seek for the admission. They admit me, they allow me to be in Heritage. When I've not come with a parent, when I've not come with any relative, but I've come as Precious, and I'm seeking for the what? For the person I want to join that school. The school should be aware. I think when we are filling the administration forms, I think you've ever filled it. Yes. There's somewhere you put numbers of parents, numbers of what. The parents should be the one to fill there, because there's somewhere where you reach. For example, now they want the IMIS. Why you need the ID of the parents and the what has to get for the number. It means a parent should be involved in that's when you're coming to that school. If I don't come with the parent, when you send for an IMIS, are we sure of the IMIS that I'm going to bring is going to be of my parent? If I'm in such thing.
My colleague Precious, when you talk about that, it's like as if you want the school to make a DNA test of every parent.
No, she's saying that the administration should control whatever and the way in which a student comes in school. For example, if a student comes in with money, some schools have accepted money more than the nature of the students they are admitting. And that is what she's saying, that they need to check through the parent, to get in touch with the parent. And can I hear from Tembo? Do you have anything to say before we go for a short break?
Yeah, I have like some opposition to my colleague's point.
Who? Barbara or Rona?
The other one.
Rona. Yeah, she's Rona.
So she was like, some people, they are poor at their home, and due to that, they go in for homosexuality. But before
they are lured into such kind of vices.
Yeah. So before homosexuality came in, you want to mean that those people are not living. Why do you want to live for why do you want to gain more things that you don't have? So they are saying that they normally say that someone should not come in and say that I'm the one who is making you to live. That person found you living. Why can't you be conversant with the situation that you are in? So why do you want to go for more things that are expensive yet you cannot manage to afford them?
So he's saying you should live the life you can afford.
Yeah, you should live the life that you are in, that you can afford. Like that.
In one of the things when you talk about psychology, we talk about a point of depression. And when it comes to the part of depression in poverty, you can do anything. So when I'm talking about poverty, I talk about the poverty of depression. You feel like you have to do everything possible to raise your standard.
Point taken.
That's what
Barbara,
I mean.
You have anything to say?
I want to say that those ones who said that like stay of the school administration, they are really wrong because the administration, you can't be forced by by the administrators, because you have the right as a person to go there, and there is Commission of Human Rights. You can go there and report about that evil.
You can even report to the administration. Okay.
The administration, they are already affected by that one, and then you can't again go there and do what?
Can't you talk to the parent?
Precious,
what do you have to say?
I wanted to say this. there's the why it was when I was in senior 1 when COVID came. The administration tried to control it, whereby when we came back from lockdown, they were ensuring every student to be putting on what? Mask. Which means they were controlling the disease.
So if they can control,
if they can control COVID-19 in such a way, whereby the dose was running after us every time, every minute, that you should be putting on a mask to control what? That they can even put in that idea in supervision.
Okay,
and
thank you so much. We have to go for a short break since now.
But this is a burning one. I just have one question for her. I have just one simple question. Can the administration influence your personal decision, or you make your decision as a person?
Excuse me, madam, here I'm meaning this. The homosexuality to enter into a school, sometimes, not all schools, some schools, that group which is leading homosexuality can come in school and inquire from the school administration and find that the school is allowing.
Thank you so much. Quite a hot debate. Let's go for a short break of just very few minutes, and we come back and conclude this debate. It is very hot. It is very hot. I'm not going to go into their views, but it is surely very hot, and those of you who are watching, you are following what they are saying. I hope you take it serious. Let's go for a short break, and we come back and wrap it up. You are watching.
Sky TV irakari abantu.
Turebere ensonga za rukundo aha rubaju rw'omwami n'omukyara, boyfriend na girlfriend, narishi abantu bingi abari okwe habiremu obutiikirizana habamu n'obutabanguka omu maka. Turebere ngu ebi nibireetwamu obuteesigana, okushanga otiine bunaanizibwa aha mukundwa waawe, too much expectations kandi na lack of respect for your partner. Ebyo nabishanje aha Sky Television omu programu nyamurungi eya Love Drive erabereho buri Rwakana na Sunday shayina n'ecweka paka shayitano n'ecweka ez'omukiro. Sakwa ntukusiyaho amabara g'abantu harimu ensonga zitari zimwe na zimwe, tukusiyaho n'obuhabuzi kuruga abantu abari okwe. Nanye omuheereza wa Olivia Kamusime tushanje aha Makarista Road hihi na Kabaterine Primary School, narishi aha social media platforms zona Sky TV UG official. Sky TV irakari abantu.
Otaferwa programu y'omukozi buli Rwakana shayishatu n'ecweka kuhika 4 n'ecweka z'omukiro.
Nanye omuheereza wawe agaba $10 abakozi abari gukora emirimo yabo, emirimo y'emikono. Ntija kuba ntubakuretera aha Sky TV obase kubegeraho iwe omunyeto ryokwe toine murimo ninga shitori gukora nobasa kwegera aha bakozi aba obase kugira ekiwayitandikiraho na nitwe aha Sky TV irakari abantu.
Buli Rwakabiri shayishatu n'ecweka kuhika 4 n'ecweka z'omukiro otaferwa program omuhingi n'omulisa aha Sky TV.
Kwega abahingi okega abakugu nangwa tukakopa nari abo bantu ababasize kuraba omu business age bari kutwegesa kimwe 2-3 okutwakubasa kutunga entasya omu byobuhingi n'obulisa obwe turi kurabira omu mataka gitu make lero tyo tukabasa kutunga entasya nyamurungi obwe program age neza kubone kukiboho nyowe kanwa kagamba Edmond principal farmer omuhingi atarukwata mu itaka.
Program Party Time aha Sky TV na nyamhereza wawe ainenina buri Sunday kuyashaha mushanju kwisashaha 10 zo mwabazio niyo program yaraberebera birungi byonka emikoro emirungi decoration zensia gown zensia makeup zensia byona noza kwa nabishanga aha Sky TV neshanga Makrista Road omurembo orwambara aha henyine noho kubasa kutungira iwo kwenda kureta emikoro yawe kwenda kureta byona no basa kubitereza ntu byoreka aha Sky TV shanje aha all media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Byona no banochanga tamu Sky TV UG official no banotunga je buterevu aha aho shitame henyini nanyo muhereza wawe ainenina omushiki wanyu.
Sky TV irakari abantu.
Thank you so much, dear viewers, those of you who are still on Sky TV, Education and Patriotism. My name is Vincent Mujinya. We are talking about homosexuality, and in the studios I have Tembo Matthias, and is a student from Global High School. I have Akankwasa Precious, she's also deputy head girl from the same school. I have Tumhirwa Babra, deputy head girl from Heritage, and Kukunda Kwerona from Heritage. So we are discussing about homosexuality. It has of recent penetrated into schools. You who has just put on your TV, we are talking about, is it a laxity of the administration that has made this dangerous habit escalate in schools? What could be the problem, and who is to blame? Is it the other factors or the administration? And there's a hot debate here. Some are saying it is the administration, some are saying it's other factors, and I'll open the debate again as we wrap it up. Who has the interjection? Rona, you have? Can we begin with you as we wrap it up?
For a piece of an interjection.
No?
You had some other extra point?
Yeah, I had some other extra point.
Then as you conclude.
Yeah, wrapping it all up. We can still blame the influence of our friends on the cause of homosexuality in our schools. They say, tell me your friend, I tell you who you are. If you are a friend to a lesbian or a gay, you can't tell me you will just depart from them without getting that advice from them. Because they influence you. They show you how good it is. They can never give you the bad side of it. They can never give you the negative side of it. They just tell you how good it is, how you can earn from it. And they actually sweet talk the bad into you. And wrapping it all up, we can give solutions of parental interjection into this matter.
He has some more objection here.
Yes.
Maybe, madam, as you have said, tell me your friend, I tell you who you are. Now, what if I'm a friend to this administrator who is also addicted to homosexuality? Don't you think that one is also becoming a problem? Because some of these administrators, in most times when they are at their universities, mostly these things started in Uganda, mostly it started in universities. Now you find some administrators at his university, he was engaged in that homosexuality. So if I'm a friend to administrator, don't you think he may convince me to also practice so?
Obviously, when I talk about the influence of friends, we can even include the administrators.
So you're trying to support us that as administrators are also...
Let her finish her point.
But then when it comes to students, we talk about the youth who are more interested in befriending people of their age group. It is a rare case to find a person is more interested in, befriending a person who is not in their age group. So in schools, most of the people are influenced by their age group friends.
Okay. So Rona, as you conclude.
As I conclude, I give a solution of parental interjection into the matter. Parents, do not let phones, televisions be our parents. We need you. We want it to go back in the days of the African tradition where the child was not meant to be groomed by not only the parents but also the society. Parents from outside and our own biological parents have to interject into this one, groom us and shape us, because we are your products and represent where you come from.
Thank you so much. Let me come back here. Tembo, as you conclude.
So for me, according to my conclusion, I may conclude by my last point. It's like some administrators also, they don't allow us boys to interact with girls. You find some administrators, for them they are totally against they find you seated with a girl and they won't even punish you exactly.
So you're saying they should allow you to couple?
So at least no, not coupling, at least interaction, because at least at our school they can allow us to interact with the girl. So it's okay if now I'm used, I cannot engage in homosexuality. Maybe in my conclusion, I would like to call upon the administrators to try to also come up, also try to patrol your school. Because you cannot tell me you are sitting in the office and things are going to happen for themselves. Try to inform the students also about what is the problem with the homosexuality.
Okay, thank you so much. Precious, in your conclusive remarks?
In my conclusive remarks, thank you, Mr. Moderator, again. I think with the addition of the points I had given, I can also add this point. Some schools, the administrators are ignorant about homosexuality. They don't want to mind about the effect of.
They are not ignorant, but they are reluctant.
They are just there. They don't want to know. They want to bother to know the effect that is coming from from that.
So in your last words, what can they do?
They should introduce a serious supervision in schools to make sure that that thing should not happen.
Okay, thank you so much. Babla, as you conclude?
In my conclusion, I call upon the parents to go to guide them to talk to their children, because that child can't learn that homosexuality, girl to girl, boy to boy, from the school. They learn them from homes through social media, where they are exposed to phones, televisions. They should guide them the way they should interact with others, but not through leaving them, neglecting them.
Okay, thank you so much. These students are saying, as we conclude, dear viewers, that homosexuality, yes, it is in school, it is at home. So the parents must not be reluctant, neither should the school administration be. You should work hand in hand to make sure you check this vice through the students, whether in the compound, whether in the dormitory, whether in class. And they are also saying, the last group that was here, that you should provide. Parents, you should not let your children be materialistic. That love of money is bringing this vice into the limelight, and it is affecting the whole nation. So try to fight it in a collective effort between the parents and the teachers. Thank you so much. Because of time, we have got to leave this place. I want to thank the cameramen, the producers, Modern, and my friend Farmer Ochom, and everyone who is in the production studio to make sure that this show is a success. And indeed, it has been a success. In the studios, I've been having Tembo Matthias, is a student. I have Akankwasa Precious. I have Tumuhirwe Babra and Kukunda Kwerona. These are students and they are future nation builders. Till next Saturday. Bye.
Sky TV irakari abantu.
Konga shunze kanibo shira kweshongora toterra yo kamu.
Ichenda ngonywe kabiriti. Ichenda ngonywe kabiriti. Wamala kunywa kabiriti nuhurira waba kurungi amagara gona waba kabiriti. Ichenda ngonywe kabiriti. Ichenda ngonywe kabiriti. Kabiriti energy drink ora kacunchumura kanywe karakumaliriho kandi karanywebwa buri muntu wena abarenda kushubura kariyo maduka no masupa